Just setting it up. Usual stuff. Just trying to set it up. Oh, I have a snag on my nail, and it's really irritating. Can I get it? Can I get it? Sounds like Damon's got. Okay. So that was really irritating. It keeps getting. There's a tiny little cut in my nail. There's like a split in my nail, and basically it keeps popping. Well, it keeps catching on like fabric and shit. Anyway, welcome to LiveTUBBSweekly. I am just messing with the banners and all of that good stuff. We was gonna have one yesterday, but I've decided that, well, I was a bit too inebriated, and we did do a thing anyway, so that was fun. So I'm just messing with the beep with the stuff around the edges. You can actually have my name on there and everything. That's always fun. So I'm going to add on the bottom here. I'm also going to have like I'm going to write something for the banner. I'm actually going to do the thing, basically the voting thing. All of the things that you can vote for, I'm going to put on the bottom. So that'd be Q, but that's going to take a little bit to set up, and I should have done that before I came on. But since there isn't a need for this weekly, like, what am I trying to say? Since there is no need for like us to pick a week, because this week's already been predetermined, because the all of the topics have been decided for last week and this week, because it was the end of the list and everything got processed again. So there's no voting, but you can vote if you want to, just that there's no tallying up this week, because already it is, what does it say on there? It's Advice Week and Feet Week, so I'm going to be doing like a live stream on here anyway, for like just various topics. So if you got any topics that you want me to discuss, then go for it. But oh, I just realized I won't be able to actually. Oh shit. I can't do that. Oh, that's so annoying. I'm gonna have to get out of the book. Hi, basic person, and hi, Patprops. So yeah, I can't do that and have the chat on my screen at the same time. Oh, maybe I can. Or maybe I'm being a dumb. Am I being a dumb? Let me just move that over. There we go. Is that going to be over 200 characters? I might be able to just copy and paste this. I might be able to actually just copy and paste this. So yeah, what's happened this week? Well, not much. Essentially, I was ill for a lot of it, and I couldn't actually shoot the video. By the way, it was leather week and funnel week last week, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing for the video, but the amount of leather, what did we decide upon? Could somebody tell me, instead of me just having to go back again and look through the entire thing, trying to find what we decided on. I probably said it near the end anyway, but if anybody could just write it in the chat, then yeah. What do we decide on for the actual leather? What the fuck is in my... a tiny bit of plastic or something in my drink. That's so weird. Yeah. So I couldn't actually shoot the video because of being ill, which I wasn't really that ill. I was just I had fatigue because my sleep has been all over the place. Mostly it's been non-existent. I essentially keep having little naps that turn into like two-hour naps, sometimes 3-hour naps. But that's it. Then I just feel crappy and tired for the rest of the day. So yeah, that's kind of happening right now as well, and it's really irritating. But yeah, I think cap, harness, and vest. I don't really remember. Well, cap. What cap? I don't have a leather cap. I don't have the Roadhog. It was basically the Roadhog mask with the funnel, and then yeah, harness and vest. Yeah, I mean that will go with the Roadhog theme, kind of, not really, but kind of. So neat. Sorry, I just was like, should I try with the wig as well, with the white hair wig for the video? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I can't do it because of that. Plus, there's added bonus. I can't do it because I don't have as much Pepsi Max as I wanted, because the store is starting to be a bit of a bitch about how much that they're going to give me, and it's like it says on the sign that it's 3, and we go with 3, and they say no 2 at the till. It's a whole big deal. It's a whole big thing. But yeah. So I keep running out. So due to scarcity of actual stuff to put in the funnel, I can't really do that. But I am working around it. I do actually have some beer, so I might be able to just do it with beer instead. I don't know. Should I use Pepsi Max still, or should I actually try it with beer? Beer. Why am I giving you the option? I think I kind of want to do the Pepsi Max thing. That's the thing. So whenever I get Pepsi Max next, I'll record that video. But of course, now it's this week is Feet Week and Advice Week. So if anybody has any suggestions for Foot Week video, let me know. And if you want any advice or want to suggest a topic, then let me know as well. So I'm tired. Okay, so this is more just a hangout than anything. So yeah. They're not that ridiculous. I get it. It's kind of annoying. There it is. So can I copy and paste this? Copy. No. Apparently not. It's so close. Does this count as a space? Oh, but I need that. I need that as a space. God damn it. If I get rid of all the week, so we just have the name and I just say add week on the end of it, then maybe it'll work. Yeah. But now I have to get rid of all the weeks. Oh, but this might take some time. So how is everybody? Did everybody else have a good week? What is going on? Oh, I just deleted something I shouldn't have because I was looking at the chat. Ugh. Hate self. Same man, I'm fucking exhausted. Yeah, well, I work from home and I basically am exhausted. I can't imagine basically going out and doing this as well. Okay. You like my haircut? Like I said, I'm pretty sure I explained the haircut. Didn't I explain the haircut already? Guys? Did I delete something? I think I deleted something I shouldn't have. I'm making, just in case anybody's wondering, I'm making a one of these. I'm making one of these to basically put there for the LiveTubs weeklies, even though it's only going to be for this month. It's still going to be, it's fun. It's a fun thing to do, making these. So, yeah. Although it seems to be a bit liberal with the deleting stuff. I'm doing my bestiest. I did. I already did explain it. I'm going to explain it again, just in case. Just in case, yes. Yeah. I was cutting my hair for the party. I was getting ready for the party, and I wanted to have a haircut and a shower. And essentially, instead of I did my face hair and trimmed up my beard, so it's all nice and neat and stuff. And you might notice that it's also not poofy because I've actually trimmed off around the edges as well. It seamlessly goes into nothingness, and stuff. And yeah. Then I was like, right, now I've done that and actually made my eyebrows proper again. I'm just going to do my head hair. And then I was like, oh, I didn't put the attachment on. Eh. So I just cut my hair. I know. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's no big deal. But I'm glad that people like it anyway. It seemed to go well, go down well at the party. Although somebody did say that it's like, it makes you look rounder. And it's like, well, thanks. Thanks? Question mark? What comes after Piggy Week. There's Piggy. I think it's Piggy Noise Week. The Piggy Noise Week. So I went from 200 characters used to 136 by getting rid of all the weeks. Where are you? Padding. Piggy Noise Week, Squishing Week, Bloating Week, Advice Week, and LiveTUBBS Week. Piggy Noise, is that one word? No, it's 2 words. I'm going to make it 1 word just to save on extra space. Because I'm still thinking that we're gonna cut it short a little bit. Piggy Noise, Squishing. Bloating. Advice. Or where are you? Where's the? Is it LiveTUBBS Week? Okay, so that's all down there. So I've got 13 characters to explain how to vote. 13 characters. Feel free to nope. To vote, type to vote. Just type. Exactly 200 characters. To vote, type, and then a list of all of them. I feel like this is bad. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. Right. There you go. Right. So yeah, I need to explain that this is good. You could basically vote for any of these topics. You can vote for more than one, not just, you don't have to vote for one topic, but please don't vote for all of them because, well, that'll be bad. Wait a minute. No, that's right. So I was like, ooh, I missed out a comma. But no, I got it right. It's on there, isn't it? Oh, you're saying, right. Sorry, I was like, what? That's what you're voting for. Got it. Makes sense now. Anyway, yeah. So you're voting for next week's topic because this week's topic's already been decided because it was the last one, and the whole this is the whole list. It's all been decided. But you're voting for next week's topic. So yeah, you can vote for any of those. There we go. And the book is underneath my drawing pad, and I'm not going to get my drawing pad out off of it. So I'm gonna add them into the thing. I should actually just change Discord for a second. So yeah, I cannot see the chat right now. Well, no, I can just put it on here now because I'm not messing with the banner anymore. I'm going to put them directly into the Discord one instead of doing that. But before I do that, Feet Week and Advice Week. It is Advice Week. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Right, and I'm going to get rid of that one. Delete that. Okay. So, advice. I'm going to add a reaction. I'm just trying. I like to mess with the different reactions. What did I have last time? What did I add last time? We had a chicken. We had a goose. Did I put a chicken? Yeah, I put a chicken. I put a chicken. I'm going to do peacock. Piggy noise. Where is piggy noise? I'll just add mine to the piggy noise. Farmer Tubbs, Build a Pig, and Pike Week. Farmer Tubbs. Oh shit! I've already left a thing on Farmer Tubbs. Shut up! I know what I'm doing. This is totally way more easier than getting the book out from underneath the pile in that corner. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just messing with it. Toot. Oh my god, I feel so much better now that that's out of me. I'll put a swan there. There you go. What did you say? Farmer, build a pig. Where's build a pig? Pig. So yeah, what am I going to do for Feet Week? What am I going to do for Feet Week? Because I know what I'm doing for Funnel and Level Week. I'm just trying to figure out Feet Week. Oh, you can have a little chick. Where are you? So I got something in my eye. So that was Jeffrey's. That was Jeffers. We seem to have gone past. Oh no, we've got another one for. The thing is, I don't like putting the same emoticon, reaction, whatever you want to call it here. Oh, we're Dove of Peace. We have the Dove of Peace. Right, so that's everybody. That's everybody's voted now. It's vote week. It's always vote week. Right, so I'm caught up. I'm all caught up. Okay, yeah. So, think week. Got to think about it. I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever. Hmm. The thing is that YouTube gets super, super, super twitchy on the whole foot thing. So it has to be incredibly vanilla, or I don't know what sets them off, because I have just done a thing where I have done me walking around in my shoes, and just film my feet, and basically they flipped on it. So I don't know why. So yeah, and YouTube's been very touchy now. Wait a minute, I better answer. I got to answer this one sec, because basically this person will not. Yeah. There we go. I'm just trying to figure out something to do for that, but I have got nothing. I've got nothing. All I've got the idea in my head is that the hot tub might be back up soon, so I might be able to record something that's just my feet, like sticking out of the hot tub, maybe. I mean, that would do, right? I cannot answer my Facebook. My phone is on charge, and I'm using the crappy charger. My phone is really irritating sometimes, because the one that I use for all the communications, I've got 4 in my office right now, and the one that I use for my communications when I'm not in the house, because they've changed roles again. This one is useless. It's become useless now because it's so old that the apps on it are just not. They're not working. Half the apps on this thing don't work. I can't get new. I can't get new apps for it. They always say that they're not good for this device. It won't even be used as a home phone anymore. So yeah, that was the old communication phone. So all it does is it basically, for the apps that it is connected to still, like Instagram, it basically shows me the notifications and stuff, and that's great, but it doesn't do anything else. This phone, the one that I've got behind the camera right now, I always use for just for entertainment. So it's got my Netflix, it's got my Amazon Prime on it, and I was just watching a fascinating documentary on it just now, actually, about Monet. And Monet was kind of cute. Monet was kind of cute, like kind of rarely cute. So yeah, it was just so weird. I kind of weirdly identified with Monet whenever they were talking about him. He loved to eat. He was a bit of a pig. But yeah, typical. But yeah, so there's that one. I can't touch it. It's underneath my communication phone. I got my current communication phone, which is my old Pixel, just because it basically it has my games on it, and I use that for gaming and also for messaging and stuff. And when it's plugged in, because the cable is so shitty here, I should just use the one from the house now, because I found that one now. It is incredibly loose, so it kind of just sticks to the phone. It doesn't really stick in the phone, but it only charges my phone when it's stuck like this. So I can't really open the phone up because it won't charge the phone unless it's in its exact position. So I can't answer any of my messages unless I use my computer, and of course my computer is all busy right now. So yeah. So I just want to apologize for anybody that's trying to contact me on Facebook or on any messenger service right now, because I cannot touch my phone. But usually this isn't a problem because it's like midnight here in the UK. So anybody that I want to contact is usually on my computer anyway. So yeah, it's actually charging pretty fast. I think it's on 30. Did it say 30% last time? Can I poke it? 31%. It's on 31%. So yeah. But no. Heirloom Tomatoes here. He says, hello, sir. Hello, master. I'm not your master, dude. I'm not your master, dude. He's a well, he's a very good friend of mine. Who basically, we tried the whole master thing. We have tried this already, and it didn't work. It's a bummer, but you know, we're trying to move past this. I was hoping you had two. What? You heard the two? Oh God. Are you guys going to fixate on the one time I farted? I'm thinking how Dragon Con is going to be last. Why is that not on here? Oh no, I've got it on live chat. There we go. What? I just got another message, but it didn't bink this time. Okay. I'm thinking of how Dragon Con is going to be like this year. Dragon Con? Is that another convention in the States? You know, guys. I was at the party last night, and it was great, but it did kind of bug me, and I was feeling just kind of like, I was feeling kind of jealous of the whole everybody like in the States that gets to just travel around and like they get to go to all of these events, because they were saying, oh, we get to Tidal Wave this year, and we're going to go to this and that and all these other events, and I was like, oh, I wish I could go to all of those, because my holiday is just fucked. My holiday for this year is dead. It's basically gone. So yeah. Everything else that I've got is with Damon, and it's not really a holiday. It's more just it's more like it's a couple's holiday thing. So, and it's all what do they call it? It's all domestic. It's basically like I have to go to Oxford to go to. Well, no, I don't anymore. To go to the Steam Fair, and then go to the Steam Fair here. That's in March, and then go to the 1940s weekend. That's here in Ramsey. Go to Manchester for Bear Bash, which is cancelled as well. But that's all in the same country, so it's like it's kind of in the same state if you want, So it's like, eh. But yeah, it's like hearing everybody talking about how they're also going to be at the same events that these other people are going to be at, and they're like all over the place, and it's like, oh, I was just a little bit kind of like sad, jealous, not really jealous, but kind of just sad about it. Just wishing I could go to all those places with them. It's really annoying. But yeah. But no, have you been to it before? It's my first big con. It was my first big con. You have been to? Yes. No. I remember you talking about it at least. Do you think you'll be able to get to it? Is it still on? I don't know. Damon told me that the Prime Minister of the UK has been rushed into intensive care, and it's like, okay, it's a bummer, but okay. It's in September, so it's still on. Okay, I'm just not getting my hopes up for all the stuff that's happening here in the UK. I'm just not getting my hopes up. I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay with this being like this. I'm resolved for it being like this for potentially a year, you know. I can still envision this happening all the way up until Christmas, you know. I'm hoping it's not going to happen, but I've accepted it in case it is, you know. So it's a bummer, but what are you going to do? Have you done any more robe shopping? No, I do want a new robe, but I just don't know. Like, I just want something else, but I have no idea where to look for this. So yeah, I'm just going to mention it a bunch whenever somebody basically says, "What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas or something?" I'm just going to say, "Well, I need a new robe," but apart from that, yeah, I'm not that fussed. I honestly am not that fussed. I kind of I'm too tired to think about bullshit like that anymore, you know. Yeah, he was shaking hands with people that had COVID-19. It was kind of stupid thing to do. Is it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess. It's just a thing. I forget that you're also in the UK, dude. I don't know why. I did remember the second that you basically got on. I was like, oh my god, you know, we got Saban and we had Basic Person, and they're both in the UK, you know. And we have Heirloom Tomatoes also in the UK. So it's like, wow. But then again, everybody doesn't have anywhere to go, do they? I was hoping I could see Noah this next week as well. Noah. What? Yeah. I like the whole hot tub feet sticking out thing. I'm hoping for that when I go into the hot tub to test it out, because it's nearly ready. It's nearly ready. Then I'll probably do that for the feet video. Yeah. But yes, it's advice week. So basically, if anybody's got any topics of conversation they'd like me to bring up, then yeah, I will be doing those. The guy I'm going to be seeing, I was going to travel. Oh, right, yep. I wish they could find a vaccine or something to get rid of this tubs. No. No. I kind of, I mean, yes, of course. Like, Jesus, yes. But it's more of a case of, I'm not a terrible person for thinking this. What I'm about to say, I'm not a terrible person for saying or thinking this. Okay, just deal with that for a second before actually, as I'm saying what I'm going to say. Okay, but when I found out that I couldn't go to Vegas, I was super bummed, and I had kind of a wish in my head that basically, well, I kind of wish that it was just the whole thing was cancelled, and not just that I couldn't go, but that the whole thing was cancelled, because then nobody else will get to go. and I won't have to be here watching Facebook and how everybody's having a great time in Vegas. So the whole event being cancelled and the hotel being shut down and stuff, when that happened, in my head I was like, well, that is a bummer, but you you know, it's like, oh, thank God, you know. So, and that was, like I said, that was my only vacation. That is my only trip. You know, that was the potentially the last one that I was ever going to have, and it was like, and it was cancelled. So it was like I'm kind of mixed feelings about the whole, you know, countries being on lockdown and airports being shut and stuff, because it's kind of an extension of that feeling. I don't want it to actually happen, but I'm glad that I'm not going to see everybody basically having fun on Facebook or on social media like everywhere else. And, you know, I would just have to be watching everybody else having fun and having a great time in places and stuff when I've missed my one vacation, you know? It would have been like, fuck. But at the same time, you know, I sympathize, but I can't help it. So if it got better now and everybody got to go to like Tidal Wave and all of their special trips and events and vacations and stuff, then I'd be a bit pissed, okay? But at the same time, I don't want anybody to die because of the vaccine, because of the not the vaccine, the virus. So it's like it's super conflicting, you know. What is it called? It's like mutually assured destruction. I know. I want a vaccine so I can go shopping or go visit my friends without potentially killing half of my family. No, again, I want the vaccine too. It's just that there's a tiny part of me that wants the vaccine, but for everybody to not be able to travel still for a while, for this year, you know, just up until next April. I know it's terrible, but yeah. I'm not a monster. I'm not the only one that's also thinking this as well. I know for a fact about this because I've been talking to one of my other friends who basically keeps just like he's like, I know, right? When I said that, I'm not the crazy one. It's like I can't go out, so nobody should be able to. A lot of people are thinking. I was going to say everybody's thinking it, but a lot of people are thinking it. Oh my god. So if we already got like, so I've got a plan then for like the feet video. I just need topics for advice week and stuff. So yeah. If my trip gets cancelled, I'm hunting you down. Again, Panafox, you know me. You know how honest I am. You know, I cannot not tell you that if your event gets cancelled, I'm going to be sad about your event getting cancelled. But I'm also going to be a little bit happy that, you know, that you didn't get to go to the event and share all the pictures of how great a time that you had and make me feel bad because of I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just the way it is. I'll be bummed. I'll feel, you know, I'll have empathy for how you're feeling because it's already happened to me. But there's that as well. Tubbs, please. I'll be melting in agony. I'll be gnawing and scratching. What? Well, bummer. We're all here. See, I don't know if that's a compliment or a bad thing, Panda Fox. the weight I've lost, I've kind of like, it's a very conflicting thing. I don't really know how I feel about the whole weight loss thing. Like, most of it is, annoyingly, it's a lot of muscle mass because of the whole depression thing and not working out and stuff like that. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, yay, I can fit into nearly all of my clothes again, which is nice. But it's like, but I feel so small and crappy, and that's also making me feel a bit more down. So I don't know. So if that's a good insult and a good compliment, I don't know. Your beard looks like a butt chin. What? No, it doesn't. See, that was an attempt at an insult, but it's just not true. Well, that's just not true. Tubbsy, thank you, Jeffers. I know, right? Serious burns. I better go get to the hospital to get treated for all of my burns. He just destroyed me with that one. Like, ouch. Ouch, dude. Very ouch. But not really. Oh my god. I'm trying to, I don't know, I don't really know what else to talk about. We basically have like covered everything, and it's really irritating to me that I'm kind of like, okay, I set up myself to stream for like a couple of hours now if I want to. Nothing to talk about. Make sure not to catch corona all the way there, or to the burn unit. Yeah, I'll get right on that. How to deal with stress headache? How to deal with stress headache? It's a very specific thing. Also, I get migraines. I don't know how to deal with them. I basically just have aspirin. I mean, how I don't think I can actually have a whole long discussion on how to take aspirin. Or, you know, how to not be stressed anymore, you know? It's like, it's not a thing. How to deal with stress in general is like, that's a very easy one too. It's just a one sentence kind of answer to that. It's not really an advice thing. You know, you basically do whatever whatever it takes to get not stressed. It's different for everybody as well. It's very personalized as well, so it's different for everybody. So yeah. And a toxic ex that keeps popping up. Oh, just block them. Basically, if like somebody is irritating you to the point where you don't want to talk to them anymore, and they keep talking to you, then yeah, just block them. Just, I mean, what can you do? If you keep bumping into them, then just walk away. Just go somewhere else. I mean, that's it. Again, that's another one sentence answer. So yeah, I lay in the cold darkness and let my head relax. I go into the void. Sorry, that's just really funny. If I'm getting stressed, I just go into the void. Yeah, don't do that. Don't jump into the void. The void is not good. Don't do that. But if you're just talking about like a fridge without a light, then also don't shut yourself into fridges with no lights. It's a bad thing. By the way, just a tiny story that happened to me when I was working in the frozen food warehouse. I basically I got shut into in I was working in the freezer, and I was all the way at the back of the freezer, and I had my earphones in. So essentially, I was basically working, and I was looking at a box trying to figure out where it goes, and I was writing it down on a clipboard exactly like where, you know, I was doing inventory at the back of the freezer with my coat on. Now it's got the freezer itself has a big door, and it has a a switch on the inside that basically, when you turn it on, when you turn on this switch, it turns on the lights in the freezer, and also it activates the ventilation system, so that basically it's because somebody's in there, you know, and it's a switch. So this is the thing, and it's by the door, and yeah. So here I was in the freezer, and I was writing stuff on a clipboard, and basically I was looking at the box, and with my coat on, and the lights go out. I'm at the back of the freezer. I've got no light at all. You know, my little dinky iPod didn't even have a backlight. It was that while ago. It was that crappy a thing. And yeah, I basically had to feel of the wall, because I could have died. You know, I I I thought I wasn't going to die. You know, I obviously I survived, but I was at the back of the frozen food warehouse. There's a bunch of boxes and crates all around me, and cages that need to be filled up to be taken down to the shop floor in case, but yeah, or into put into trucks to go to other places. Um, and yeah, I was just at the back of this warehouse, and I had to feel along the walls and the shelves to actually figure out exactly how to get out, because eventually there would be no oxygen in this room, because I would have breathed it all in, and I was in danger of being dead. You know, obviously that was probably not going to happen either. You know, I might have actually been, you know, this is the frozen food warehouse for the store, as well as the it's like a backup freezer for the entire warehouse as well. So it was like, somebody's going to come in here within the next 15 minutes, probably. That's not enough time to suffocate. I'm going to be fine. But so I wasn't really panicking or anything. I was just kind of like, great, that's a wall, that's a shelf. Okay, so I just follow this shelf until it ends, and then I'll follow the wall until I get to the door, you know. So I got to the door, turned the light on, opened the freezer, stepped outside of it, and then basically tried to figure out exactly how this happened, because it isn't on a time or anything. You know, somebody has actually physically pushed the button to turn the light off. And probably just didn't see me because I was, you know, at the back of the freezer, and I wasn't making any noise, and I was basically just not moving around much. So somebody probably came into the freezer, saw the light was on, and then well, this is actually what happened. Yeah, somebody put something in the freezer, and then they came out of the freezer, looked at, you know, before they shut the door, they looked to see if anybody was in there, didn't see any movement, couldn't hear anything, and then they shut the door, and I couldn't hear any of the door opening or closing because I had earphones in, and then just turn the light off. You know, that's all that happened. But it was just like, yeah, it was like, it's scary, but yeah, you could die, so don't do that. Don't go into the dark with with no light. It's bad. Excuse me. I actually got like, oh my god, the lights just lit up on my keyboard. That's creepy. But then again, that does that. It's very, very bitchy now that it's had Coke on it for like a year and a half now. It feels like it's longer. When I have a headache, I go into the darkness and talk to my demon. Well, fair enough. I mean, okay. Have you seen Stranger Things? No. I'm not a very good horror person. You know, things that rely too much on like fiction and, you know, super fiction, supernatural fiction and stuff, and ghosts and shit. It's mainly because all of that stuff, I kind of think is a bit stupid. I'm sorry if you are like a super spiritual person and that you believe in ghosts and everything, but it's just that I'm pretty sure that all of that is bullshit. You know, like I want to believe in that stuff, but all I keep thinking is, but it's not. You know, I kind of just, oh, it's, I mean, nothing's been proven after thousands of years and countless studies. So yeah, it's kind of a thing. Star Trek has literal gods in it, but you still like it. Well, that's explained. I do the research, dude. The literal gods that you're talking of, they all have scientific explanations for what they are and why they are. Except for the Q. I never liked the whole Q thing. I mean, I love Q as a character, but especially when he's with Q, it's amazing. But I kind of just, I hate that I hate their explanation for stuff. You know, the Q weren't, you know, weren't created. The Q have always been, and all that stuff. And it's like, really? I'm pretty sure they were made at some stage. Made by the universe, not made by a supreme being on it. Oh my god. There's a chubby cop on there, and I want him to. Well, okay. You're talking about the guy that was like the red version of the like. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, and I can see it. I can see how he might be cute, I guess. It is fiction. Go along with it for the fun. I'm sorry. I can't deal with the bullshit. I can't deal with it. It's too much. It's too much horror bullshit. You know. It's like sometimes it's stuff that's just for the sake of this. That's it. That's the thing. That is the thing. You know. A lot of the times it's like oh my god, it's like the Cloverfield Paradox movie thing. How they get science fiction so right and yet so wrong at the same time pissed me off. And they basically had scary shit in there for the sake of it being scary shit, and it was just so irritating for me when things are there just to be scary. Not the idea itself is scary, you know. Basically, this is science fiction scariness. You don't need extra horror shit to go with it, right? You're on a spaceship. You go out of an airlock in a spacesuit, and you basically, it's, you know, this is scary upon itself. It's exhilarating because it's space, you know. It's fun being in space. Yeah, and you basically have this tether thing that connects you to the spaceship that you keep like connecting and stuff so that you can get around and crawl around on the outside of the spaceship, and you have to fix something, and you basically are fixing something, and then all of a sudden you drop something off of the spaceship, and it just is floating away, just gently floating away. So you basically just like push yourself off of the spaceship to basically just grab it, and you reach for your tether because you tethered yourself to the spaceship. I didn't tether myself to the spaceship. You're fucked. This is going to be horrifying for you. This is scary in itself. You are going to die. That's it. You killed yourself. That's horrifying, you know. That in itself is super scary. You don't need to add extra shit. You don't need to add like space ghosts, other dimensional beings ghosts, or anything like that to make it scary. It's just fucking scary in itself. You know, the eternal nothingness, everybody being right there but not being able to rescue you. It's fucking terrifying. You're dead. You know, you're not dead right now, but you are going to be. There's no way of rescuing you. You know, you're either going to plummet into the atmosphere of a planet and die, you're going to run out of air and die, or you're going to freeze to death and die. It's like, You know, you don't have to add extra steps to proper science fiction. The horrifying parts of science fiction are horrifying enough without you actually adding extra stuff. You know what I mean? So when Stranger Things happens, they could explain it away by being, oh, it's part of a different dimension or the multiverse, or some people have psychic powers and they shouldn't have, because they're bad people, or they're in charge of they are in charge of by bad people or something. It's like, yeah, but people are scary enough. Things are just scary enough. You don't have to add something that's scary to make it also scary, because it's basically like stuff is already scary enough. But instead of like having creativity with the scary shit that's actually happening to them in real life, they go out of their way to try to make up a scary monster or a scary dimension or something, And it's like, I don't care. You don't even have to. Just be creative with what you got. you know? I don't want to believe, but I've seen them, so I have to believe. Are you talking about like ghosts and stuff? Because I mean, I've seen ghosts. I still don't believe in them. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what was happening in my brain at the time when I saw ghosts. This is literally what they do. That is literally what they do. Who does? Stranger Things is literally about alternate realities. Yeah, I know. I've read some of the synopses for season. I've read season 1. The cliff notes. I've read the cliff notes for season 1. I basically know what happens, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm also not a fan. I'm just not a fan of the general aesthetic. The whole random thing that people are doing nowadays of like setting everything in the 70s or the 80s, and it's like, what's it called? The nostalgism, the remember berries, whatever you want to call it. It's like, it's such an obvious, like, kind of a cop out thing to do as well now. It's starting to get on my nerves. It's like pulled pork. There you go. It's just like pulled pork. Pulled pork was everywhere 10 years ago. You couldn't escape it. I used to like pulled pork. It was great. I then got sick of pulled pork because I started seeing it everywhere. I already eaten all of the pulled pork stuff, so I don't really need more pulled pork stuff. But at some stage, there was like, I think it was an actual event that actually like stopped me liking pulled pork. It's just that there was only like one food truck at like at one of these, at a fair or something, that was offering food, and it only did pulled pork rolls, and it was like, oh my god, I don't want pulled pork. Do you have anything else? It's like, you can have a buttered roll, and I was like, I'll have a buttered roll. I do not want pulled pork. And I'm like, fine, and the roll itself tasted of pulled pork somehow. It might just be because I was standing next to it, but ever since then, whenever I smell pulled pork cooking, it's like, oh, I'm not even, no, go away. What was it before that? It was like Oreo cookies or something. Everybody went nuts about Oreo cookies. They started putting Oreo cookies in everything, or had a cookie flavored chocolate, and it's like, no. You see, you put chocolate in cookies. But that's the way around that goes. They got it wrong. Why are they doing this? Did I lose everybody just because I said I didn't like Stranger Things? Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to watch Stranger Things. It's just, it's like it's just not got a nice aesthetic to me. Even if it has a like a solid sci-fi premise to it, it's kind of bugging me. There's something about it that I just don't like, and I don't think you're going to convince me. I'm sorry. And the ghost thing, yeah, you can still see ghosts and not believe in them. Like I saw a whole bunch of shit when I was getting off of my anesthesia. Is it anesthesia? Whenever I think of that, anesthesia, I don't know. But whenever I think of that, I'm always like, it just sounds like a Disney princess, you know, like Anastasia. But yeah, when I was getting off that, I essentially, I saw a whole bunch of shit. Doesn't mean I believe in all of that shit that I saw, you know. It's like, it's just your brain being shitty at you. It happens. It's like a food that you keep seeing and then it gets boring after a while, so you just get sick and tired. Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's why I used food as an example. That's basically what I've been seeing a lot recently. It's not new, by the way. Cinema does this. You know, TV and cinema, they do this. They actually they go through a period where they don't do it, but then they do it again, because it's like, you could argue that, oh shit, I touched the cable. Please charge my phone up. Please keep charging my phone up. No. Yeah. They go through a period where they do this and not. Do you remember when all of your TV shows seem to have at least one episode where they went back into like the 50s or 60s? You know, they went back into Mad Men times. This has happened before. They do this, and in the 50s and 60s, they either went into the war. They went into the war, or they went and did a bunch of westerns and stuff. And it's like, yeah, they do this. They do this all the time. It happens all the time. It's TH. What? What is? But yeah. I'm pretty sure I told you a ghost story that has that, you know, the time when I did see ghosts, where a ghost, I thought I saw a ghost, and I can't explain it, but it doesn't mean I believe in it instantly. There could be a lot of explanations. I just don't know which one it was yet. Just because you can't explain something doesn't mean it's automatically ghosts, you know. It's okay. People make mistakes all the time. You're good. So everyone voted and stuff. Because I can switch the banners. It doesn't have anything to do with anything, because that's the other banner that I was just going to switch to. I might switch it back. I don't know. Maybe I should just leave it on, because it's a LiveTUBBSweekly instead. So yeah, who knows? Oh boy, cold. No, I'm thinking about food as well. I want to go eat something after this. I think I've got a yogurt or something. Just a little one, not a big yogurt like yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. Did I have dinner? Well, yeah. I had crumpets, but I had cheese on crumpets because we had the last of the crumpets today. And I had cheese on the crumpets instead of what I usually do, which is I usually put honey on the crumpets or just have them buttered. you know. But I put cheese on them this time, and they were quite nice. That was actually quite good. And I also had a steak pie, and that was really good. Steak pie and gravy. I really fancy brownies with a double chocolate milkshake with sweet chili wing. What? Sweet chili wings. Oh, I hate wings. I don't like food that has bones in it still, you know? I kind of like, I feel cheated. It's like, but you could have put more food here, but I found a bone. Why is there a bone? I need more food, not more bone. I have plenty of bone. You know, don't need bone. Anyway, yeah, that's what I had for dinner. But yeah, I had new. I could have noodles. I got ramen. I could have noodles. Yeah. Or a can of beans or something. Very basic. I just fancy something very basic tonight, you know. I don't know. I could go make that now, actually. You just want to get rid of me to stop me talking about Stranger Things. Stranger Things and ghosts. I will say this. Somebody basically, I was kind of, the whole ghost thing, I was with my cousin when basically, I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was. We were at the family reunion thing that we do, and I was with my cousin, and basically this person who wasn't a member of our family or anything. They just were there at the time. We were all talking, and basically, she said that it's like, oh no, I know that ghosts exist because, like, I had a experience with ghosts, and it wasn't bad, but my grandmother had passed away, and I'd just been told, and after I was told, I saw her, and she told me to like, she told me to have her necklace and stuff. So, yeah, she was wearing the necklace, and basically my cousin was just this was hilarious. Not my big cousin, not Albert. This is just my dad's brother's son. You know, my cousin. Basically, he was just like, it just sounds like you were thinking about your grandma, about your granny. You know, and you obviously were already upset. You kind of just like invented the story in your head. And I was just like, dude. She's like, well, you weren't there. You didn't see it. It's like, right, I'm pretty sure that you didn't see it either. But I was just like, dude, shut up. She's right there. But well, it's so weird because I was going to say this to him. I was going to say this to him when she left. You know, I was waiting for her to leave so I could say, but yeah, she had a traumatic experience, and you know, this traumatic news basically forced her to hallucinate because that happens. Amazingly enough, it happens way more in teenagers. So yeah, even if she is telling the truth about the story, it's a very vague story in the first place, and also it's kind of like she hallucinated at the best. You know, it doesn't mean there was a ghost. Anyway. Bad. I've had like I really don't want any sweet stuff just recently on account of a bunch of friends have been pre-diabetic. or have been diagnosed with diabetes, and it's like, why is this happening? It's bugging me. It's bugging me a lot. So it's actually affecting me to the point where I'm not craving any sweet stuff recently, besides my protein bar, in which case it had, you know, I have to have that because they've got chocolate on them. They're nice. But yeah, you said you wanted to vote. Yeah, go ahead. All of the options at the bottom. They're all scrolling past. But no. What about a big bowl of ramen with teriyaki chicken and vegetables? Well, no, I was just gonna have like pre-made one. But they're basically super noodles. But they're not super noodles because they don't have super noodles out of store anymore for some reason. But, you know. I'm back. Sorry, I had a phone call. I was gonna ask where you are, dude. But it's okay. Boston has a curfew of 9 p.m. to... Oh my god, it's an actual lockdown. It's lockdown. When you have a curfew, that's lockdown. Just got off work, and she is trying to go to the grocery store before 9. Ouch. Okay, someone's gonna make a movie. Wait a minute, what? It is actually in lockdown? Jesus. Well, some countries are getting better. It's weird. It just seems that everything's kind of stabilized now. No, did you say you wanted to vote? Can you read that? Well, you can read. Okay. Q. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on for much longer anyway. This talk about ramen has basically made me really want my super noodles. I want my super noodles. So it's so ridiculous because as big as Boston is, there's no way that will work. Yeah. Well, maybe. Who knows? They're good. They're good noodles. They're super noodles. So I keep thinking that there's something moving on my floor. But it's just shadows of the reflections. It's nothing Stevie's. Guys, I am going myself. So if you could hold on until basically I'm just waiting for Noah to vote. Then I was gonna go. I was gonna say good night and do my good nights. So if you could just hold on for a second. I got a feeling that no, it's not though. No, if you are on Discord, on my Discord server, then basically, oh no. If you're on my Discord server, then basically you're gonna have to vote in the server because I am leaving. I am leaving. Oh. Oh really? That's a lot. I will put it in. I'll put it in. Right. Right, guys. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow. Oh, stretch. Back stretch. Some stage this week, I might be doing a live stream from the hot tub, so it might be. It might be on inflatable tubs unless I figure out a way to actually get it to work properly on my phone. What's with this channel and not being? It should have so many subscribers now. How many subscribers does this channel have? Nope, it's the same amount, if not less, than last time I looked. Okay. Fucking disappointing. Yeah. Some stage this week I'll be doing a live stream from the hot tub. I don't know how I'll do that, but I'll manage somehow. And yeah, I'll be doing another live stream potentially tonight. It depends how I feel. Over on the meadow, because I'm going to be doing art class and stuff, so it might be a late night art stream over there, but no promises. I'm not promising that I'm going to do that. I'm just saying. But yeah, if not there, then I might come back on here and do another different art stream. It kind of, like I said, it depends. It depends how I'm feeling. I've got a couple of projects to finish, so yeah. Anyway, I will definitely see you guys on Friday for the tiki party. But yeah, belly rubs and belly salute. I'll see you guys. Stupid pants. It's either too big pants or a little bit too big pants. I can never get pants that are exactly my size. It's typical. Anyway, yeah. Yes, see you on Friday for the tiki party. We'll have to figure out an exact time to actually do that because I want to plan that properly. But yeah, doodles.